Welcome to the station of decapitation without your head. I'm Nasty Neal.
That would make me Terrible Troy.
Mm-hmm. And we're joined by horror icon, America's Scream Queen, and we found out possibly naked right now. I'm not sure. Linnea Quigley is on the line. It's very cool.
Oh, and the crowd goes wild.
everyone is clapping up there. Yeah, it's good to have you.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's good to be on here.
Yeah,
very
exactly.
Good.
So, yeah.
Well, you know what happened 30 years ago, right? 30 years ago?
Right now. Yeah, it was what? Return of the Living Dead?
Yes. That's when everything went bad, and I think people ought to be careful tonight.
Yeah, so 30 years ago, Return of the Living Dead, things went bad. But I don't know, I think so. It's weird because since then, zombies are like so mainstream. It wasn't the same then. It was very like you're. I mean, I was kind of a weird person, so I was kind of a weird kid who was into zombie movies. But now everyone's into zombies.
Yeah, which is like moms and dads and grandmas and everything. It's like they're all like, oh, zombies are cool. Whereas before they were like, what? That's sick. And now everybody likes them.
Yeah. What do you make of that? Like, as someone, connected to one of the most memorable zombie movies, to see zombies rise so much in popularity.
Well, it kind of spoils it a little bit for me. Mm-hmm. Because I kind of like that there was that niche of people that were real zombie-nados, and it's like now you can't tell if they are or not.
Right? They just because even you can even go to like Walmart and see like a zombie T-shirt made for a little kid. It's very
yeah. And it would be at conventions you'd see something like that.
Yeah, but now you're right because it does cheapen, I think, because I always wore horror shirts and whatnot, but now it's now you don't know. It's just the cool thing to do.
Yeah, it's kind of bittersweet. Exactly. It's good that it's popular, but it's kind of like, I don't know, this is my thing. What are you doing sneaking in?
That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel.
Now, are you yourself a horror movie? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Me?
I was just wondering, are you yourself? You didn't interrupt me. All right, I'm sorry. Are you yourself a horror movie fan?
Yes, I am. Oh my gosh, yeah. I grew up, watching the Creature Feature and all those Saturday night great movies, and having my girlfriend over, and we'd eat pizza and watch, horrible pizza, but we'd watch the movies and then reenact them, like Night of the Living Dead. Mm-hmm. We would we're coming to get you, Barbara. We'd do all that, and then we'd see who could die better.
So but outside of that,
outside of that, I was shy.
Mm-hmm. I noticed that with a lot of actors. They say that they're shy. How does that work? Being shy in real life and then performing.
Well, it's like, I think it's like a lot of people like challenges, and if you're shy, you hate that you're shy, but it's a safe place to act because you have a script, you know what you're going to say, you know what's going to happen. It's not like going to a party and hanging out and you don't know what to say or who to talk to or anything. The script.
Yeah. So, you were a fan of horror movies before you were in horror movies. So, did you pursue to get into horror movies when you became an actor?
No. I was just you know what? It's really weird. I didn't know what would happen. I didn't think anything would really happen. And at that time, horror movies weren't popular or anything. I was like kind of these people, I still am, that whatever comes my way, it'll be the right thing. Mm-hmm. if I feel it's the right thing.
Yeah.
And since I was horror, it felt right.
Yeah.
And be damned with the people that hated it and said those kind of films.
Right, yeah. Exactly. I agree with that 100%. So when you started doing like Return of the Living Dead and all kinds of horror movies, the people you grew up with, like you said, you would eat pizza with your friend. Did they contact you? Like, what did they think? Like, hey, now you're actually in these movies.
It was weird. They didn't think it was a big deal, really. They just saw me as who I was, you know, reenacting horror films together. And they didn't treat me any different or anything. They thought, I don't know if they thought it was cool or not. You know, it was hard to say. It's really hard to say.
Yeah.
You know, one's a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Yeah. When did you know that, like, that people really follow these movies? Did you know back then that, like, people really loved Return of the Living Dead and Night of Demons? Or was it later on, like, when you did the conventions and the internet came about?
Oh, it was definitely when I did the conventions. I had, like, a meltdown a little bit. I was like, I didn't think anybody would want to get my autograph, and I was really upset because I was, like, going to this thing, and everybody would be disappointed and wouldn't come up to me. And then it was a Fangoria convention, and I got there, and all of a sudden, all these people came up to me, and I was terrified. I went in the bathroom and like had to get control of myself because I was like thinking nobody would come up to me. It'd be a Spinal Tap moment, and I'd be sitting there at a table with nobody coming up.
Yeah, but it was a different experience.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was really different. And I still have that mentality when I go places where I'm like, well, nobody's going to show up. I still have that.
Yeah. Well, luckily you're wrong. But
yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit better when I go somewhere, but still, it's not like, oh, everybody's gonna come. You know, I'm not like that.
Yeah. Now, obviously, like, there's money involved. Going to the convention stuff. But what's that experience been like, just for you personally, to know that people want to meet you and they love these movies and want to take pictures with you?
I get it makes me feel really nice and good if I've helped somebody. Like if somebody has like the movies help them, you know, just escape whatever bad reality they were in or something, or they were working through something. That made me feel really good. Mm-hmm. Now, the people that came up and said, I've only had this happen once, and it was the one time I told this girl, Julie Philpott, I have never had somebody say something bad to me, and she was standing in line, and this guy came up to me, and he said, really, like deadpan, he goes, I masturbated to your film. And I'm like,
God.
I was like kind of speechless, and I go, well, if you want to take a picture with me, just don't masturbate on me. I'm like, I was like, I gotta like save this somehow. I'm like, quick, you know, because it's like, people are like, oh, you know.
Yeah, I would think if you had that experience, you know, as a male, or I don't know, maybe a female, whatever, watching you in a movie, you probably shouldn't go up and tell that person that, because how are they supposed to respond? Yeah.
No, and that was the first time that it happened. I was just like, whoa, it's so weird. So it's like, now I'm like, don't ever say this never happens, or like, it's not crowded in here, because I now believe in jinxes.
Right. Right, yeah. So, what are some of like the weirder things or most memorable things like people have asked you to sign?
Oh, probably the coolest thing is like when they have a tattoo and I sign my name and they get it tattooed, and they have the trash, or usually it's trash they have. Sometimes they have Night of the Demons, but it's mainly trash tattooed, and I just can't believe it when they do that. It's crazy. You know, you hear people go, oh, you know, I'll never wash my hand again if somebody kisses it. But this is like a new level. Wow.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you got to make sure you don't mess up. I guess it'd be hard to mess up your own name, but you'd feel bad if you had to have a do over.
Oh well, it's okay. Yeah. Oh, and also, if anybody wants to talk to me or a shout out or a thing, I'm on Cameo now, which is a really cool thing where you can get a lot of the horror people and other people. You know, I hate to say, I don't like to call myself a celebrity, but people that are in movies to like say something to your friend or to you or whatever. So that's fun. That's really cool. Things come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you videotape it. It's really cool.
That's very fun. So where could that's like a Cameo, the website, and just search for Linnea Quigley.
Yeah, Cameo.
All right, that's very cool. And I also let people know you're going to be at Coolidge after midnight in Brookline on July 12th for Return of the Living Dead. I don't know if it's an original 35mm. Usually they show 35mm, but either way, it's going to be on the big screen. I'll be there. It's going to be.
Will you? Oh, good.
Yep, I'm looking forward.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Now I know you've seen the movie, obviously, many times, but is it still fun to maybe not even watch a movie, but to be there, with an audience who are watching it?
Yeah, it is. It's fun to watch the audience's reaction. I usually don't stand there to watch it because I'm not good at watching myself on the screen.
Yeah.
I get really but I think it's an excellent movie, and I don't say that about many movies, but I really think with the music, the actors like James Karen and Cliff Gallagher and Don Calfa and on, and Dan O'Bannon directing it, it was like one of those things where everything came together and just everything was right. The moon and the stars aligned.
Definitely. And what's cool about it is you mentioned, the veteran actors at the time, the movie Cliff Gallagher and James Karen, and so those guys are all great, and so aren't all the younger actors in it, which is interesting because you had already worked in a lot of movies up to that point. So you were you were kind of in both. You were younger, but you're also a veteran actor at the time.
Oh yeah, I'd done a little bit, because I'd done Savage Streets and stuff.
Yeah.
But everybody was really professional, pretty much, and it was like a really interesting shoot. I've never had one like that before, or after.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to be doing
I'm sorry, go on.
What about the cast members? Sorry.
I was just saying, I think I'm like there's a half a second delay in the connection, so sometimes I talk. So I'm sorry if I talk over you sometimes, but I was just saying some of the other cast members I talked to said, in a way, it kind of spoiled them because they had like a long rehearsal, I believe, where you guys kind of got to know each other, and then you don't always get that same opportunity when you work on other movies.
No, you don't. It's like you learn your lines, you go in, and maybe you walk through it, and then you do it. To where you're going to be. And that's it. And then you just, a lot of times they don't really direct you, you just do whatever you do. So, unless it's really bad, then maybe you do it again. But what's interesting is, I'm going to be doing a really cool one with Brett Mullins called Killer Babe and the Frightening Film Fiasco, and the Barn 2. And I'm going to kill people in the Barn 2, like a lot of people that come to my site.
Oh, sweet. I'm a big fan of the Barn. It was it's got a great throwback feel. It's got like a retro movie. It's just a really fun horror movie. So but I understood you got like involved in the Barn later on, like after it was already, I don't know if it's completely made, but it was being made.
That's right. Yeah, they had me come in after the film. You're right. And that happens a lot of times, like they've done the film and they decide, we need to put someone in it or just make this make sense. Maybe we can get this person or that person. And it happens a lot. And oh, geez, I don't think I'll mention that movie. Never mind.
All right, fair enough. It's always nice if you don't have something nice to say something about it. Maybe not to mention it.
Exactly. But
yeah,
I've been in films where they had shot it without me, and then I came in and shot it like everybody was there, and they weren't.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I guess if they're not really good at editing that in, it's probably not. It's not going to look that great.
No. People will be like, "Where are the others?"
Yeah. And I was just thinking, and I don't want to give anyone an idea, but if someone goes on your Cameo and like gives you like a script to read, you got to be careful because they might just throw it in their movie.
Oh my gosh! I'm so glad you told me that. I did not think of that, but you're right.
Right? Yeah.
That's really good. So if they give me something like Shakespeare, no, they give me something to say, then I should not say it.
Right. If you're interacting with characters that are clearly not there, like you might think, hey, something's up here.
You're right. Or they could put it like a lot of times I've been on a TV while the people are acting. They've used like something from the movie and put it into another movie, but it's like something playing on the TV in another movie.
Right.
With different actors. So you never know.
Yeah. It's very bizarre. So I have a lot of questions here from social media, Facebook and Twitter. Let me get to some here. Freddie Fearox wants to know, is Linnea Quigley's horror workout ever going to get a DVD or Blu-ray release?
It has been released. It's like a limited edition, and I have a store, the Linnea Quigley, the fan club, the merchandise store that you can go to, and I don't think that one's listed. I can relist it. I'm almost out of them, but I have like 4 on Blu-ray, and then a few more on DVD because they sold out very fast, which is like really weird because it's like we never dreamed that would happen.
Yeah. Oh, that's very cool. So, for Freddie, you can go to the website and get yourself a copy. Mike wants to know, what were the chainsaw scenes like in Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers?
Oh my gosh, the chainsaw scenes were really weird. First of all, the night before, I'm reading it, and it says, I'm dancing sexy with chainsaw. So I spent the night thinking about, oh God, how do you dance sexy with chainsaws? And then I got on the set and I'm like, oh, they're heavy. So I really didn't know how to dance sexy with them, and they put me in the sarcophagus, and all the fumes were coming up from the chainsaw. And then when I step out, if you watch, I wobble because I've been, breathing in those fumes while gunners, saying the dance, and then I come out like, but I guess I'm supposed to be doped up or something like that. But it was, and then hot oil spilled on my leg, and I thought, oh my God, I'm burnt. But I didn't stop the take. I just kept going. I didn't get burnt, but it was like one of those things where you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah. Do you notice that when you watch the movie? Can you notice that did they use that take?
Yeah. You don't notice it.
No.
I just kept going and didn't let it bother me because I thought, well, I'm burnt. I can't do anything about it. Mm-hmm. And the head button there is real.
Oh, really?
Where it's like a sound where the actor Jay Richardson, the detective, he hits me in the head to knock me out. Fred Olin Ray kept going, no, make it look real. Make it look real. And oh my God, what a headache I had.
Oh no.
It's like this, they didn't even have to add sound in there. It's like, whoa. I'm like, it was the last scene of the day. I remember that. I'm like, oh God, I got a headache.
Well, it's the sacrifices you made.
Yes, there are many sacrifices.
Seth wants to know what are your thoughts on Siskel and Ebert's hatred of Silent Night, Deadly Night?
I think it's funny, and I think that they've done a great service to the film by when they said that, because it just made people want to see it.
I agree.
That they were so up in arms. Yeah. If they didn't mention it or just said, oh, it's kind of a disappointing film and scared some kids, and, people wouldn't want to see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so they even had
they even had like a special where they've even said the names of the producers, and it was almost like
oh my God,
telling people things. You can watch it on YouTube. I grew up watching
really?
Siskel, but yeah, I do enjoy going and watching some of, especially when they talk about horror movies, because they take them very personal, and it is actually amusing to me, like how upset they get over
it's hilarious
something. I like something.
Yeah, but how? Okay, my question is, how can you be a critic? Because you are a person that if you don't like horror films, how can you critique them? Or if you don't like action films or comedies or whatever, you're not going to give it a good thing because you don't enjoy it. So I don't understand how anybody can critique something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, they have a bias against anyway. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One person's treasure of a movie is another person's, junk.
Right. Yeah, they did like a 2-part special on just how much they disliked slasher films back in the 80s, and it's odd. It's just like, why even bother talking about something you dislike so much? And like you said, it gets people to go seek them out and watch them. Like, wow, they really dislike this one. Let me go check it out.
Oh my gosh! So I can see that on YouTube?
Yeah, they're up on YouTube. You gotta look around, but there's a bunch of. I don't know. It's funny to watch some of the movies even not horror movies, but they didn't like one of them didn't like One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which is just funny to me because it's one of the all-time greatest movies. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Well, I would like to have seen Joe Bob and them get in a fight, get in a ring together.
That would have ruled. That would have been the best.
Yeah, that would have been really cool.
Mm-hmm. How much
that would have been really cool.
Even back then, how much do you think Joe Bob helped these kind of movies?
I think he helped them a lot because I think USA Up All Night and Joe Bob made them fun to watch because they would make fun of them and the audience could enjoy that, kind of laughing at them and getting that goofiness. And I think that they helped tremendously. And now there's nothing like that. Joe Bob is back on again. Joe Bob Briggs is back on again. But for years, there wasn't anything like that, like USA Up All Night or Joe Bob Briggs.
Yeah. I mean, that's how, when I was a kid or younger, that's how I got exposed to a lot of the movies.
Oh, yeah.
Either, going random or you'd see them on USA Up All Night or whatever. Because now I guess it's a different time because there's so much stuff streaming and everything. But at the time, it would be hard to ever see these kind of movies. And it was almost like you're watching it with a friend because, like you said, they made fun of it, but in a way where they still enjoy it. It wasn't like they were hateful in any way to the movie. It was having fun with the movie. Yeah,
it's like my friend Hollygo Flightley and I would watch them, and we would she notices everything, and I'm like, I do too sometimes, and it's like I get too analytical about it, and I'm like, wait, no, enjoy the movie.
Right, yeah. I think we can all be guilty of that.
Oh yeah, I think so. If you're in business, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did you say when you were mentioning Barn 2? Did you say Bone Hill Road 2 as well?
Oh yeah, Bone Hill Road's out and Clownado too.
Oh yeah, I want to see.
From Todd Sheets.
Yeah. So what's Todd Sheets like, and is that exciting for you to work with young and upcoming directors?
it's really exciting to work with like Todd Sheets and the up and coming people. And he has such a passion for it, and he does a great job with what he does. And he doesn't have a big budget or anything, but he makes it look as good as possible and doesn't just like throw it together like maybe somebody else would. It looks good. It's really good.
Werewolf's great in Bohemian Road.
Yes, Joe Castro did the changing effects.
Yeah,
you know, where changes.
Yeah, I just started talking to him recently. He does awesome effects, in all kinds of stuff.
He's underrated. You know, he's really good, but maybe he'll have a comeback now. I think Todd Sheets has taken a lot of people that are in horror films and said, "Oh, I want to give them something really they haven't done before. So let's, get them in this movie," which is great.
Yeah. And there's a fun, it's special when there's the practical effects have there's something about that for me, and I think a lot of horror fans that you could tell that it's there. I think even bad practical effects, which they're not in Bone Hill Road, they're really good. But even bad special effects are fun. Practical effects, where I think like bad CG is just bad.
Yes, and
I like that take.
Yeah.
It's really weird to see that kind of place because I remember Steve Johnson, we were married, and when CGI just was like getting in there a little bit, like with the abyss and stuff, how they were like scared that it would take over their practical effects. And I was thinking, nah. Well, it did a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now it kind of seems like it's starting to reverse, I think, where I think it's probably a lot of people who grew up with practical effects are now making movies, so they want practical effects in their movies.
Yeah, it's funny that more people in the industry like practical effects. They don't want the CGI.
Mm-hmm. This was
I think it's cool.
Yeah, Tracy wants to know what was Chuck Woolery like.
Oh, wow. Chuck Woolery is such a sweet, sweet man. I really liked him. And he was fun. He was really a fun guy, and just like how he is, his personality, just like it is when he's on TV, just sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing she knows that.
Yeah. How did that come about, you doing the interview with Chuck Woolery?
I don't really know. I did so many in the 90s. I think just the media thing after I did People magazine, then Premiere, everybody wanted me on their shows. I think that's what happened. And then I was doing so many, and it kind of became a niche, and people thought, oh, she's proud of what she does. Whereas before, people were proud of being in horror movies.
So I know animals are really important to you. Do you want to talk about that at all? Like what you do with animals?
Yeah. I lived across the country because of animal control, and because I hated it too, but mainly because of animal control with my animals. And I'm starting a animal sanctuary.
Oh, nice.
And I already have the building for it. I've got one rescue cat right now, but I've got to do all the paperwork and all that. But it's going to be called Moulin Rouge instead of like Save the Paws or, something like that.
Sure.
It's going to be a fun place for people to come and not a downer, and go adopt animals, and it'll be great.
Oh,
and if they don't, they'll just be with me.
That's a win-win. You win either way. So.
Right. Either you just have a bunch of pets or people come and adopt it.
Oh my gosh. I was on the freeway the other day, almost getting hit by semis trying to rescue this one dog. It was horrible. And then the dog almost got hit by a semi, and it was horrifying. I finally got the dog out of that way. It was so terrified. It was awful. Because it's like they go down the road, they're fast, and there's like a blind spot. So running around the road, and the neighbor lady, this Indian woman, saw me, and she's like, "What the heck is she doing out there?"
I'm glad neither of you got hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I can do the show.
Yeah, that was my concern. I was like, well, she get hit by the car.
How sad. You would have called me and there'd be no answer.
Yeah, it would be very sad.
That was my morning today.
What?
No, I pulled a snapping turtle across the street today and almost got clipped by somebody on my way to work this morning. Yeah. It was just one of those weird things. He was just boogieing across the street. Well, boogieing as far as a snapping turtle goes, but so I was pulling him across, and somebody just came around the corner going like 20 miles over the speed limit.
Oh my God!
Wow, this is how I'm going to meet my end: is saving a snapping turtle.
Oh my gosh! Did that go through your head?
Yeah, it did.
Wow, I love you. That's so great.
Around the corner, and I was like, "Wow, that was weird," because it's like at 6 a.m. and I wasn't really, on top of things at that point.
No, that's strange. But you were a hero.
Well, to the snapper, I was. That was good.
Yeah, and now you're a hero to all the people listening too, because they're like, he saved a snapper and risked his life. Did the car stop or anything?
Oh, no, he just beeped, yelled obscenities at me, and drove away. And I was like, okay.
Oh, geez. Oh, my God. That's horrible. That's terrible.
The snapper and I were good. We were all healthy after that.
Oh, where did the snapping turtle go to after you got it off the road?
Into the woods, and there's like there's a beach like right past there. So I kind of like pushed him in that direction. That's where he was going anyway, so you never want to get him in a different direction because then he'll just turn around.
Oh, my God. That's really? Oh, yeah. I guess they're keyed in to go where they're going to lay eggs or whatever they do.
Yeah, whatever this one was going to do. I don't know if it was a male or a female, but it was a pretty good size. And
wow. They're heavy, too. They're heavy.
Yep.
And then they try to snap you.
Yeah, I was kind of going from the back, kind of taking him by the tail.
Oh, I don't blame you, because that would just, oh my God, it would hurt.
Yeah,
it would hurt
don't
want so bad.
Yeah.
No, you don't want that.
Troy has a pet tortoise.
Yeah, I have a tortoise, not a turtle, but I do have a
tortoise. Wow. My friend that Don Spurrier that would watch films with me also had a tortoise, and it would, I don't know, is this normal? It goes like around the same way every day, kind of?
Yeah.
It has a path?
It must be because, our tortoise, like, she's kind of a daredevil. She likes to climb up things and jump off and dig things. But she'll do that, like, every day, and then she'll excavate things and then rearrange. But she's kind of got her routine.
That is so cute. You have a daredevil.
Oh, yeah.
Tortoise.
Well, that's why I named her Hal. And when we first got her, I thought it was a boy. So it was Hal Needham and, like the stunt man. And then when we found out it was a girl, she became Hallie. So it worked out well.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yep.
Tortoises are neat.
Yeah, she's only like 4 or 5 years old now, so.
Oh my gosh, and they live forever.
Yeah, yep. I'm gonna will those to the nephews, and so that's a good thing.
If the world's here that long.
Yeah, good point. Well, when I told them that though, then they hit me with the, Uncle Troy, how long you think you're gonna live? It's like, well, give me a little bit of time, anyway, guys.
Oh my God! It's like
when I check out, but give me some time.
That sounds like the thing in the bad seed. Oh my God!
That's true.
Did you see the bad seed?
Yeah, maybe Reese hired like the guy that was driving that car this morning that almost hit me.
He's like, I really want the.
It all links together here. I see.
Wow. Crazy. That is crazy.
Interesting, though, because then, they might have to then will it to their nephews.
Yeah, you never know. That's true.
Interesting.
Yeah, she's a Martinique,
oh my gosh.
so she can go about 90 to 100 years. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh my God, and then there's a bird too that lives long, and birds don't usually live a long time.
Oh, but you're right.
Is it a cockatoo?
Yeah,
not a cockatoo. Something like that.
I think the big toucans and things like that can go 100 years.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy.
It is. That's why I always wanted to mix one with a dog, and then I'd be a happy guy. I'd never have to go through that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that would be so nice. Except
yep.
it's like you can't win because it's then you'd worry who would take them, and it's like you can't win.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would miss you, and I don't know. It's just
yeah, that's true. You never really look at it through the point, the eyes of your dog or something well, why do I want to go on without you, man?
Yeah.
Never thought about that.
Yeah, it's a creepy story. When I first started, I was with an agency, and the guy was really nice, and he had a cockatoo that lived forever type birds, and after years and years, I wasn't with him anymore. Then there was a big thing in Hollywood that he had exploded his building and taken the bird and himself out.
Wow.
Isn't that weird? It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
It's I was just because he loved that bird, and I guess he thought, well, maybe nobody will take care of it like I did.
Mm-hmm.
But it's weird when it's when you never think somebody's going to do something like that.
Yeah. What personal pets do you have right now, or do you include all? Well, you have the one cat at the moment you saved, but
the rescue cat, and then I've got now I have 11 dogs.
Wow.
And it's like kids. It's very hard. It's the only thing I hate is I hate feeding them in the morning because they're all woo! And one of them wakes up at 6 a.m. every day going, ah, 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 ah. I don't know if it's because of the chickens across the way, the rooster, or the goats, or whatever is around here. But at 6 o'clock, that dog is just going at it.
That's funny.
So it's I'm going to sleep in. It is. Dogs know time, doesn't yours?
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. They're smarter than us, I think.
Oh, yeah. I don't have a chance against the dogs.
Yeah.
No. We can survive.
What breed are your dogs, Troy? I love the Troy's dogs.
Shiba Inus.
Okay. Yeah, they're
I know somebody that's got some too. They're Japanese dogs.
Yeah, right. They're the smallest of the Japanese dogs. So we have a girl, she's 3, and then her little brother is 2. Well, almost 2. And so they're great. I wouldn't trade them for anything.
No. Oh my gosh, they're cute. Now, as puppies, they must have been adorable.
Oh my God!
I've never seen a puppy.
Finky though, real finky. They're more cat than dog.
Oh, that's right. They are.
They definitely have their own personality.
They think about stuff.
Yeah.
They plan it.
Yep, and I'm outnumbered because there's 2 of them. So.
Oh God!
They always
try 11.
Oh, I can't even imagine it.
Oh my God! It's crazy. I got myself. Oh, I went. Because I'm new in town where I'm at, but I went to get gas, and this guy said, "Oh, you're the crazy dog woman," and I'm like, "What?" because I haven't been here very long, and I'm like, how did this get around? And I'm out in the middle of nowhere. It's like people can't see my dogs or anything. Why am I now the crazy dog lady? It's like, how do they know? It's really weird.
Is it a small town, though? Maybe there's a lot of like, oh, did you
Yeah,
hear
it's like a community, and so it gets around, I guess. So I'm like crazy.
Yeah, you're crazy and you happen to have dogs, so that made you the crazy.
Right, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't ask how they knew I was crazy. You were just like, how do they know I had the dogs?
Exactly. You were right. I was like, how can they see in here? Oh, stop it. That echo thing. No, Alexa. It's like, I don't know why I did that. It won't connect. But it just talked to me. That scared me.
All right. As long as you don't answer it, it should be okay.
Exactly. So what do you guys think about all these, now I'm interviewing you, these things like the cameras and the computers and tablets and everything that like supposedly are recording everything we do or watching us?
Yeah, it's weird because I actually didn't even have a phone till like about 7 years ago. A cell phone. I didn't think I'd ever use it, but obviously now I'm on all the time. But yeah, that's what the new Child's Play was about. Really, was more about everyone having devices and they kind of control your life and stuff. And what happens if they would kind of turn on you or whatnot. So I thought it was pretty interesting.
No.
They could like, like the GPS could like say, oh, make a sharp right here, and you could go off a bridge or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
and all the devices are snickering amongst themselves. Made them do that thing. Yep.
Yeah, there was even a scene in there about like a Google car, like a car that was controlled by like the cloud or whatever. That was actually seen in the movie, which I thought was really interesting. Some people didn't like the new Child's Play, but I liked it.
I think that's interesting. I think that's really interesting. So, like, there was a person in the Google car, and it did something bad to them?
Yeah, instead of taking them where they wanted to go, it just kind of drove them into like into a building.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand how when you ask Google or whatever something, it will answer you before you even hardly have the question out.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time when I'm even like emailing now with ask someone on the show or something, and then like they reply and I start to write a reply and it'll just come up like my whole sentence and I'm like, well, how does it even know this?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like the weird ads that just appear when you're talking to somebody about something, and you haven't even asked Siri or Google or whatever, and poof, then they appear like, hey, get your tortoise supplies here at this place. Like, how do you know I have a tortoise?
My God. My friend Holly just told me about that when she's talking about stuff, and that it'll just appear then.
Mm-hmm.
So you're the second person that said that.
Yeah, so that kind of weirds me out a little bit.
Yeah, that is weird. Even though I still get, and I don't talk about it, those erectile dysfunctional things, ads for Viagra. But I never talk about that, I don't know.
Yeah. I get that a lot lately too, and I was like, maybe they know something I don't know. I think everything's fine, but they pop up all the time. I don't know. I could see like I get beard ads a lot for like beard oil and stuff. So like I did start using that. So at least that one was useful. But then I get the all kinds of I think it's erectile dysfunction ads and pills and I was just like, I don't know why I'm getting these.
Yeah,
it's really something weird. Called there's like they think it's just called ball wash for like your nether regions. And again, like, are they trying to tell me something? I don't know why I'm getting these ads.
Is that a real thing, or did you just make that up?
No, it's a thing. I think that's
Is it?
even the name for it. Which, we'd think
Oh
they could
my
come up with like a more clever name or something. But yeah,
Well, it's really weird how people are. It's like nobody's going to have any resistance to anything because, like, when you go into the grocery store, there's the hand sanitizer, and everybody like is sanitizing their hands in the cart, and then you go somewhere else, and there's another sanitizer, and so the resistance to germs is going to be like crazy. You know, you can't resist them because you've been sanitized all the time, not exposed to them.
That's what I worry about the kids because, like, I see that because I work in an elementary school and, like, even kindergarten kids, they're just globbing the sanitizer on them all day long. It's
no,
I don't
you're
know.
kidding.
And you think about it, putting that much, like, rubbing alcohol on your skin, it's like biggest organ on the body is the skin. I don't know if you really want to mess with that.
No, you wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
You definitely wouldn't want to. That's weird. I can't believe that they're doing
it makes
that to
me
kids
sad.
Well, we didn't grow up like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I lived to tell the tale.
right.
Yeah. Kids would eat glue and stuff, I remember.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. We're always cut up and, like, muddy and everything else, but, you know.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Wow.
Honestly, I don't ever see kids outside playing anymore.
No, that scares me too.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
I don't think I'd make it now. I'd lose my mind.
No. Yeah, it's like your eyes would go, your body would be weird, and it would be horrible, I think.
Just too sanitized, too. Like, just, you know, I don't know. It's just, no fun.
No. No, I don't like that either.
I think with everything being on Google, like you said, all the devices. Another thing is a lot of that stuff's so easy to hack into. People always get, like, if they have, you know, personal pictures or videos, they put on the cloud and people hack and, you know, and leak them, which is one thing with your personal videos and pictures. But if someone would hack into like your Google car, you know, a lot of bad things could happen.
Oh my gosh, that's scary. No, it is scary. You're scaring me now.
Yeah.
But and they're always like, you know, selling you a new phone, and it's like they want to get more on you or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that is scary.
I don't have what was the thing you were talking to earlier? It was trying to talk to you.
Alexa.
Alexa. I don't have Alexa, so I'm not sure how.
Oh no, it's talking again. Oh jeez.
Because it knows we're talking about its Ixnay on the
it
XLA.
Oh my God. It just talked. I could scare someone like that though. But the only good thing about that is when I lose my phone, I can say, Alexa, find my phone. Oh no, it's
that would be handy. Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. But yeah, you can tell I'm not technical. But, it's like, that's the only great thing about it, is that it'll bring your phone for you so you can find it.
Yeah, that is very useful, because usually, Troy and I are brothers, by the way. So if one of us loses our phones, a lot of times we'll have one of us call the other one.
Yeah, you have to.
Right, and then it'll go off
I'm an only child. I don't have anyone to call.
I'm feeling very upset.
I know.
Can we adopt Linnea?
I think we can.
All right.
Oh, good.
You could be our sis now.
All right.
Okay. What is your last name?
Jones.
Okay,
we'll
Linnea Quigley Jones.
If you want, then.
Yeah, you can stick with.
You got a more exciting name.
Yeah, it's more.
Oh, okay.
Better surname.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. You can't really combine them. That doesn't sound right. So, okay, we'll keep my last name.
All right. Yeah, that works. Yeah, because you can't get Quig Jones.
Troy Quigley.
Not really. Troy. Oh, so we have to change our last name.
Yeah, we could do that.
All right.
Neal
Nasty
Quigley,
Neal.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, that works.
That'd be cool.
Yep.
I think it sounds better now that I think about it.
Yeah.
I could have brothers now. Oh!
Very eventful show.
Neal's our baby brother, though.
I'm adopted. I have a family now.
That's it, exactly.
Cool. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you came on the show. It's been a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So are you guys doing anything tomorrow? If you live through the zombie things?
I'm taking our mom to the casino and going to see Alice Cooper tomorrow. That's our excitement for the 4th.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, I liked it, too.
Oh, wow. And what are you doing?
Me? Probably not much. I don't know. Probably I don't have any plans. Yeah. Right.
I usually don't either. So yeah, I usually don't either. Because my dogs have a horrible time with it. But I'm in a no firework area because the mountain can catch on fire. Oh. So I'm going to have for the first time people over, and I don't know how to do it, so it should be interesting.
Oh, so you have a barbecue or?
Yeah.
Nice.
It'll be vegan on one side, and then I got these trays so that the meat doesn't touch the grill. You know,
2 separate ones.
Yeah, 2 separate ones. I don't want to say to people, don't eat meat, or something like that.
Right. Yeah, I do think vegans get a bad rap because people always say that they're or like that, like, oh, you can't eat meat around me. But I have a lot of vegan friends, and they've never care what I do. So
exactly.
And I've had some vegan meals lately, and they've been delicious.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's amazing how it made it so much better than when I first started. Oh my God. But there's a certain celebrity one time that got up after when she was signing and went over and to somebody in line and slapped this hot dog they were eating out of her hand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's taking it a little far.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah, that's, I guess you could always say, so-and-so slapped my hot dog.
It is a good story to have, right? Yeah.
It is a good story, yeah. I feel special,
When did you become vegan?
I was about 23, 24.
Okay, so
when I travel, it's hard because I won't eat meat or fish or anything ever, but creamer or something like that for coffee, I will do.
Oh, okay.
If I'm, out, traveling, it's hard not to, but I'll never eat meat or anything like that.
Yeah. Has it gotten better? Because, where I live, there's really not really a lot of vegan options unless you just got a salad, in a restaurant. But, up in Boston, there's lots of vegan restaurants, and the ones I've eaten at have been really good. So, does it depend where you are?
Oh, yeah. It really depends where you are. And what the people are like and everything. It is really important. It's if you're in an area that, I've been surprised. Not Detroit, Dayton. My director friend Victor Bonacore lives there now, and also my cousin is chief of police of Dayton. And so I went there, and they have the best vegan restaurant. I couldn't believe it. Dayton, Ohio.
Really?
Who would have guessed?
Yeah.
Never
thought it.
I know it. I wouldn't either. I'm like, oh, gee, it's going to be hard to eat here, and it was amazing.
Yeah. What were the dishes you got there?
Well, you can have I hate to call it fake. I don't know. There's got to be another word, but a Reuben, because I miss those kind of, because it was like a not meat Reuben. And you can get the Beyond Burgers, which are really good, and tomorrow I'm going to try Beyond Hot Dogs because my ex-husband Steve Johnson is coming to come over too, which will be fun and interesting. And so he's vegan also, so he's buying Beyond Hot Dogs. So that'll be a good thing to try.
Yeah. I actually saw the Beyond Sausage yesterday. Was at my grocery store. I guess that they're putting it out for 4th of July.
Oh wow! I like that you can only get it at Walmart too, and I hate Walmart. But it's tofurkey hot dogs, Italian sausages, and they're like so good.
Oh.
I don't like that field roast stuff. I don't know why. It just tastes weird to me.
Mm. Yeah, so I don't know if you know stuff, but in November I was really sick, and so I changed my I started walking, and I changed my diet, and so I've lost over 100 pounds since then.
Whoa!
A lot of it is eating. I'm not vegan. I still eat some meat, but I eat a lot more vegetables than I ever did, and
oh my god,
pay much more attention to nutrition and everything. So.
What's your favorite vegetable?
I found out that I really like Brussels sprouts, which I didn't think I would like.
Interesting. Yeah, or asparagus is kind of weird too.
I like asparagus, but I eat a lot of Brussels sprouts. I like peppers, like red peppers, yellow peppers. If I make I found out I really like lettuce wraps because I also don't eat carbs, so I found out that I really like lettuce wraps. Did
you cut out sugar too, or?
Yeah, the only thing I use a little bit is in the morning when I drink coffee or tea is I put not coffee, I drink it black, but tea I put a little bit of local honey because that also helps with my allergies.
Oh wow!
Nice.
Oh, because you're getting exposed to it a little bit, or
I found that out, and because I always had bad allergies, and when I started doing that, it really was a huge difference. So there is and isn't it you have to get the bee that's made in your city, or it has to be
something like that.
Yeah, because I live on Cape Cod, so you can get what I really like is they have cranberry honey because we have a lot of cranberry bogs here.
Oh
so
my gosh!
It's from the bees who pollinate the cranberry bogs, and so it has like a red tint to it, and a little. It's not like totally cranberry, but it has a little bit of a cranberry taste to it, but not like overpowering or anything. But it's really good.
That sounds great.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah, nobody believes Neal now when he tells them that he's lost, 120 pounds. They all assume that he had some surgery or something. And he's like, nope, just changed my diet, started walking, and boom.
Yeah. Today was 92 out, and I walked over 6 miles. That wasn't the most fun.
You did? You walked 6 miles and.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! And it's humid in Cape Cod, right?
Yeah. It's very humid. So I don't think I've ever been so soaked and sweaty before. Oh my god!
You're a good man.
I felt good after.
That's crazy. Oh yeah, that's so good.
Yeah, I think I probably weigh.
You're so upbeat now, Neal. It's great. It's really good to see.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't think because I wear large pants now. I was wearing like 3X, but. I think I wore large pants since I was in the 6th grade, so it's a good feeling.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, you're kidding! Wow. Now, is your family heavier, or?
Yeah, we're all pretty big people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Troy's probably.
I was talking to somebody about that. Yeah.
Well, not for long. I think you're going to catch me. I'm going to be like the fat brother soon.
Someone did say
no!
That he's going to shame me into it. Like, come on, dude.
Oh gosh, I hope not.
I felt bad when someone actually said that to us the other day when it was a couple weeks ago when we went out.
Oh, that's right. Brian did, yeah.
Yeah.
No, never worry about that, boss. Like, if you can get down under me, do it, man.
All right.
Oh man. Oh, and another thing is I'm writing songs again because I had the band The Skirts. So it's like I don't know, you have to. Now that I'm out of where I was, I'm like wanting to, not jail, but it seemed like it. It seemed like it, like as an undisclosed, I can't disclose where it is, but destination or something. But it's like now it's like I'm able to write songs because it's like if you're sometimes if you're in a bad place, you can write them too, but it's like you still have to feel freed up.
Yeah.
I think.
So, when you write the songs, do you sing the song? Do you sing them, or do you have someone else sing the songs? What's that like?
I like when I write, I come up with it, and then I match it on the guitar, and like I just kind of like rap it to myself. I guess you'd call it rap it because I'm like, just singing it, and seeing what falls in there.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's how I write. I know everybody has a different thing. They find some people find like a tune and they put the lyrics to it, or the lyrics, and it's all different.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I remember
great, though.
You were in I can't remember the name of it, but you were in a video that was filmed in Boston, music video, for a local band I know, the Sexcrements, I believe.
Oh my God! Yes. Devin Hunt, who's an excellent drummer, he's in Bricks and Mortar now, who are really doing good. But yeah, you want to tell what the video was called Trucker Bomb.
Yes.
Do you want to say what Trucker Bomb is?
I haven't watched it before, but I remember watching it because I met Devin at somewhere, and then we became friends. But I can't remember exactly what it was, but I just remember you were in the video, so you have to explain it, I guess.
Oh, it was fun. Well, they wrote this song, Trucker Bomb, and I had no idea what it was, but a lot of truck drivers do speed. Oh, big, reveal.
Reveal.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, and it's like I wonder why, but there's like these people that are hooked on speed that hang around, and truckers urinate. Yes,
right.
And they get a little bit out of it. It's horrible. It's like nasty.
Way. I've never heard of such a thing. I feel so nice.
Yeah. Ask Devin about it. Oh my God. And then, what's coming up that just happened yesterday? The Egyptian on Hollywood Boulevard is going to have, because I missed all the cast signing at Return of the Living Dead, but they're going to have Return of the Living Dead and Texas Chainsaw Massacre playing on the big screen, and I get to go there and sign, and Clue Gallagher too. So anybody in Hollywood or nearby or even far away, coming Sunday and the 7th, and I think it starts at 7.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be badass. That's great.
I know, it's going to be
awesome.
fun.
Who's the man?
It really is. It really is. It's good.
I remember years ago at a convention, it was like almost midnight, and me and my friend, we were ordering a pizza to eat, and we were talking to Clue, and he started going. We were like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "I'm gonna go work out." And I just felt so bad. I'm like, man.
Oh my gosh!
Out at midnight, and I'm eating a pizza.
He's like a night owl. He just goes and roams around all night.
Yeah. And then he took out, this is a true story. He took out a razor out of his pocket and just started shaving while we're talking to him without a mirror or anything.
What?
And I was thinking, man, he's like just dry shaving. And then I'm also thinking like he just grows a beard all the time, that he just carries a razor with him. I was like, he's like the manliest man I think I've ever met.
I know, that's what you told
me.
Oh
my God.
That guy is the man I will never be. Just
Oh my, that's weird. That's funny though. I think he's attractive. He's a very attractive man.
He is.
I think.
Yeah, he's very cool. Very nice guy too. Very good guy.
I never got to meet him. Like
his son did Piranha too.
His son's so fun.
Yes.
I love him so much.
Yeah, and they're very different people.
Yes, they are. They are
John.
very different people.
John has the best sleazy laugh I've ever heard. I love the man's laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
I just love it.
I know things it's like that you like about people, and you know it's them when you hear it.
Yeah, it's like this little giggle, and there is something. I don't want to be mean because I don't. No,
it's great though. I find it endearing.
Yeah, definitely. And I really like the Feast movies, and with clues in all the Feast movies.
That's right. I know he like. It's like nepotism, like that, you know.
Yeah. I believe his wife's in them too, John Gulager's wife. So yeah, there is something going on.
Oh, yeah, I've met her. They're both really nice people.
Yeah, they're
and they go with Clue to a lot of conventions and stuff too.
Yeah.
They chaperone him so he doesn't get too wild.
Yeah, keep them in line.
Yes.
Yeah, we had John on the show, and then I met him at I was at a Days of the Dead, and that's when I met Clue for the first time too. But both of them are awesome, and John's wife was there too.
Ooh, that must have been fun.
It was a really good time.
Well, what do you guys think about all of a sudden, like a lot of these horror conventions have people like what's his name? Okay, he was in Titanic. Billy Zane.
Oh, okay.
And stuff or Barbara Eden or these pop stars that have, Billy Zane did. Yeah, and wrestlers. I mean, I know rock and roll and horror go together, but it's just like when you got out into the pop world, like the $6 billion man and stuff, it's like, what's going on?
Yeah, I talked about that before. I think now, like when Roddy Piper would be at the conventions, I got that because he was in They Live, and he was also in Hell Comes to Frogtown. So he was in horror movies or sci-fi. So I can understand that. But then, like, there was one like Hulk Hogan was at, and Sergeant Slaughter, and it's like, well, now you're just like,
if they're pulling out random,
right. Or if there's like obviously like if Alice Cooper was at a show or somebody like that, I get that. But when you have someone that's like, there's no connection at all, I don't know. I just think it's odd because if I was at a wrestling convention, Linnea Quigley wouldn't be at a wrestling convention because of wrestling fans would be like, well, that's odd. Why is it's cool that she's here, but why is she
doing that?
Yeah.
So, oh my God, you're right. I know what you mean because one time early when I was working, I was at a convention and the marquee said baseball show, boat show, and then in little tiny letters, and Linnea Quigley. It was like the boat show had Maine, and it was like, I'm like, I'll never forget that. I'm like, boat show is above me. And baseball doesn't have anything to do with horror.
No, I can't see that at all.
Yeah, then I would assume that's just a weird, I'm not saying it would be a bad experience, but it would be, I think it's weird, it would be, I don't know if uncomfortable, I don't know what the right word, but I just think it would be an odd experience to be somewhere where the people, aren't necessarily familiar with your work or like aren't necessarily fans of what you do. So like, I don't know, it'd just be strange, but
it was really weird.
Yeah, I think if you have like a broad group of celebrities or guests, if you have wrestlers and actors and TV, and they're not all really connected. You have to call it like something else, like a pop culture convention or something.
I think so too.
Yeah, if it's specific to horror, I think that the guest should be somehow related to horror.
Yeah, because how can you? Okay, I was in England last year at a Comic-Con. What does Starsky and Hutch have to do with sci-fi and horror?
Right.
They were there.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me. And then
I guess the one guy at least, David Soul, wasn't he in like what's that King one made for TV with the vampires?
Oh,
I don't know.
Salem's Lot. Yeah, he was in that anyway. I don't think the other guy has anything to do with anything.
Yeah.
No, I think that probably maybe if you get one of them, you have to take the other. I don't know.
It's like the Dukes of Hazzard. If you get one, you get them all.
Right. Oh my God.
You can't just
buy two, get one free. A BOGO.
Then,
we'll throw in Daisy Duke at no extra charge.
Well,
that'd be funny.
Like a real actual problem with that would be, so let's say, like, I guess for the promoter, they don't care. They just want people to come in the door and buy tickets. But then for like the vendors and everybody, so let's say all these people are coming to see a big wrestler, Ric Flair or something. And so they bring in all these wrestling fans. But are they then going to go to the vendors and buy like a horror movie T-shirt? You know what I mean?
Doubtful.
Yeah. Or maybe go to are they going to get an autograph from somebody who's like a zombie in a movie?
No.
It might do good for the big show, but I think everyone else involved it's not helpful.
No, it's not. Now, do you watch The Walking Dead?
I do, yeah.
I do. People are ashamed to say it, but I do. But how many people have come up to you and said, "I'm the zombie with the yellow balloon"?
Oh God, yeah, so true.
Yes, and it's like that could have been anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I know you could just be lying about it. I could tell people that.
That's what I meant. Yeah, it's like it's like the Richard Gere story. Oh, I had an aunt whose friend saw Richard Gere and he had a gerbil. It's like I hear that all the time too, and I'm like, weird things.
Yeah. So the only person because a lot of times I go to the conventions, as press, so I've hosted the panels or even just get interviews or even just go around and take photos of everybody. But I always still ask, like, do you mind if I take your photo? Because I don't just go up and take someone's photo. And everyone's always fine though, except for one person, and it was someone who played a zombie in The Walking Dead. He played like this zombie, and I was just like,
"Oh my God!"
I was like, okay, like Kane Hodder's fine, but he doesn't have a problem. But
but you can't take a picture with him.
Right.
Yeah, but not zombie number 27 from episode 49.
Yeah. And it wasn't
oh my God.
With him. It was a picture of just him at the table, just to use, for promotion for the.
Oh man,
that's sad.
That is crazy. That is crazy because it's like I've been at the conventions where they have some of those people, and it's like they really act like they're really stars, and it's just like, whoa, this is weird.
Yeah, we've seen really that one too.
Yeah, it's really weird.
And I think it's different when it's like a zombie. In my mind, anyway, it's different. Maybe there isn't a difference, but I think it's different. like a zombie in like Dawn of the Dead, like a memorable zombie in Dawn of the Dead.
Yes.
Because it's,
like the Harry Kirshner.
Yeah,
right, exactly. Yeah, I was just thinking that same thing.
Yeah, the guy gets his head cut off from the helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, there's something.
Oh my God, yeah, exactly.
So it's like, if you have like a real memorable one, I totally get it. But if it's just like nothing against that, I mean that's cool that you were a zombie in The Walking Dead, but to like to try to be like,
I don't. I don't think it makes you able to go get a table at a convention and sell autographs if you're just like in a big group of zombies. I just don't get it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the thing that weirds me out sometimes is like sometimes the prices that those people will charge. Like, you'll walk by Sid Haig, who's charging, let's say, $20 for a photo or an autograph.
Yeah, I know you're just throwing out, but I do think Sid has, he always keeps it at $10.
Yeah, I mean, just random, somebody like that. And then you see a kid that was like, a zombie for 8 seconds on screen, and he wants $40 for an autograph.
No.
Like, really, kid? Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
No, that's crazy.
There was a little while there that some of the people from The Walking Dead were charging just to meet them. It was like,
yes, I remember that.
And I don't think it was such a big backlash against it. I don't think they do it anymore. But I remember seeing that, and I was like, wow, that's bad for the whole convention scene.
Oh, it's terrible. I remember that too. Yes. That was horrible. That was, I think she really embarrassed herself on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which might not have been over. Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah, it could have been promoter or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
That could be.
You paid.
I've got to. Oh, I'm sorry. I've got to see the rescue cat in a minute out in the rescue barn.
Well, we heard some of the babies barking in the background, too.
I know it. They're they're getting antsy.
Well, I had a wonderful time, and I'll see you at Coolidge, and it'll be fun to do.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I enjoyed talking to you a lot. It's just that I have bobcats and mountain lions and rattlesnakes up here, and I have to go out there before dark because I don't want to be eaten.
Oh, that's a good plan. Stay alive. That's number one on the list.
Right. Really? That would be horrible. That would be horrible. God. I think bobcats are kind of afraid of you, but I don't know about a mountain lion.
Yeah, they just sound mean. I've never actually seen one, but they sound kind of scary.
Yeah,
they're big.
One time I heard something on the deck, and it was probably dumb just to go outside, but I walked out my deck, and I turned around the corner, and there was a coyote just standing right there looking at me. And I was like, oh. And back and
there's coyotes here, too. Yes, a lot of them, and you can hear them go,
oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
The coyotes are getting pushed out of their environment and having to go into cities and stuff. It's really sad.
That's how the turkeys, wild turkeys are big here. And from what I understand was several years ago, they killed all the raccoons because the raccoons they thought had something, which they didn't. But it was really that any kind of animal that's around people a lot, they kind of like a squirrel in the city or a pigeon or something. So they're just around. So they killed them all. And then what happened was a couple years later, there's all these turkeys now. And what it is, they kept themselves alive because the raccoons would eat the turkey eggs. But since there wasn't raccoons around, there's more turkeys born. And then they ran out of food, and because there's too many turkeys, so then they had to start coming into the neighborhoods.
Exactly. I think it's unfair. Like bears and all those animals are having to come in to survive and feed their young, and it's just terrible.
All right. Well, we will let you go, Linnea, and it's
okay.
Now our sister Linnea. It's very nice to have you here.
Well, thank you for having me on the show. And I'm doing a documentary called Extras, and just look out for it. It's going to be coming. It took a little hiatus last year, but it's going to be coming, and it's kind of what we talked about extras.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I remember you talking about this a few years ago, so I didn't know what happened with it, but I'm glad that it's still around and coming out.
Yes, it is. It is.
Very good.
Okay, well, you guys have a good night and a good 4th, and every day after that.
Very good. You too. Thank you. It was great having you.
I'll see you in Boston.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. See you.
The Coolidge.
Good time. Yep. Coolidge is great. It'll be a lot of fun.
Okay. Talk to you guys soon.
All right. Good night.
Okay.
Bye.
Good night.